We like to learn about basic matrix operations. Matrices or arrays are just rectangular arrangements of numbers. For example, a vector is such an object. Let's say 1, 2. Or another one is 2, 5. We could enter a 2 by 2 matrix or any other one by clicking on this button. It asks us how many rows and how many columns we want. Let's say 2 rows, 2 columns. 3, tab, 5, tab, 6, tab, -2. We entered our matrix. We can also enter matrices manually, row by row. First row, 2, 4. Second row, 4, 9. Now we have some matrices which we can work with. For example, the sum of the matrix in line number 3 and 4 simplifies to this one. We added corresponding elements. You can calculate the difference. Here is the difference of the matrices. We can multiply matrices with numbers. 3 times the matrix in row 4. Simplified. Here it is. We can multiply matrices. Let's say the matrix in line number 3 times the matrix in line number 4. And it simplifies to this matrix. So that we can still see what's going on, we may erase a few lines. Highlight it. Click here. It will erase a line. So we did some cleaning up. We could square a matrix. Let's clean this. Take the matrix in row 4 and square it. You can check that this is just the product of this matrix with itself. You can invert a matrix. Let's say we take the matrix in row 3, and invert means we have an exponent -1. This simplifies to this expression or approximates to this one. We can calculate the determinant of a matrix. So the determinant is 2. 2 times 9 is 18, minus 4 times 4, which means 16. 18 minus 14 is 2. Let's erase again. We can calculate dot products, like the product of the vector in line number 1 and line number 2. Their dot product is 12. 1 times 2 plus 2 times 5. We can calculate the length of a vector. We take the absolute value of, let's say, the vector in line number 1. Simplifies as the square root of 5. 1 squared plus 2 squared, and then take the square root thereof. We can transpose matrices. Let's take the matrix in line number 3 and take this quotation mark backwards at the top left of your keyboard. Simplify, and you see that rows turned into columns and columns turned into rows. We can also take the matrix in line number 3 and let's click on the down arrow. 1. Let's simplify and see what we get. We got the first row. If you like to get the first column, you should take the matrix in line 3, transpose it, and then take the first row of the transposed matrix, simplify, and you see that you got the first column. It is a row right now, and it will always display as a row.